Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Glory Hounds. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, then you can go to the Patreon. It's $3 a month for this and other games. So, in the last Let's Play, we had contacted Ishmael and decide to go out with him, partly, to tell him about, what's his name? Camus, and the lack of the $1 million dress, or Money Talks dress, that's it. And also because Daddy. At which point, decided to have some drinks, and had a little side thing where our roommate was cooking something really... kind of like those ladies on the English channels where it's like, we're gonna mix crazy things up. Not like the actual cooking shows, but it would be some kind of, I think, deep cut of English stuff. But enough about what happened in the last one. Let's talk about what happened in this one. Oh yeah, and we brought Ishmael back to our place and shivered his timbers off screen. But anyways, issue 3 of Models, Monsters, and Mortality. Reset face. And begin. Last night. And we only had about 20 ticks o' the clock to haul our booty and our booties out of there before we'd be caught, tried, and jailed. And we fearing for our lives. So, what happened in the end? Wait, we brought him to William's place. Huh. Well, I still be here, be I not? Har har. Though Polly never did find its breeches. Not exactly the luckiest lad in the world. Breeches. He seems very eccentric. That feather fiend may be, but his heart be in the right place. For a criminal, you mean? For a criminal. That face. That blasted Camus, on the other hand. How'd you guys even meet him? He didn't really seem like the pirate type. Oh yeah, we partly went out with him, not just because Daddy, but also because, it was one of the stipulations that he would tell me, for some drinks. Skylark swam into our lair one day with a plan to steal the Money Talks gown. How he found the place, I can't even begin to know. Almost throttled the lad before I saw the heist plans with my own eyes. We'd take the gown and split the earnings, savvy? 'Twas unsinkable. But it didn't turn out the way you wanted in the end. For either of us. Or turn out that way in the end. He brought a spring upon our table. He brought a spring upon our table. It made no mistake. It's really weird when you see these things and you're like, or I'm like, I don't understand what that means. When you get your hands on him, give him a good paddling for me. I'll happily lend you an oar to do the deed with. We need to figure out where he went first. When I asked him if he'd ever taken anything that don't belong to him, he said he specialized in fashion, of all things, rare, exotic silks, and leathers, and the like. Not even always things that would be worth a lot of coin. Strange, ain't it? Says the guy who dresses up like a freaking pirate for work. Have you ever looked in the mirror lately, laddie? Ye may have some colorful uniforms, but at least most of ours aren't form-fitting. Form-fitting? Which ain't all bad, of course. Got a good look at that booty of yours. Right back at ya. You must do some serious squats. That tail ain't just for swimming and sailing, that be for certain. I could show you, if ye fancy. In what way? Hey now, business first. Fair play to you. I do suppose there be one more thing. While we were doing our syndicate's orientation, Camus gabbed about some o' his plans for after. Said he had some big things lined up for the coming days. And something about making 'em all pay. Speaking from experience, would you have any ideas as to what the next course of action could be? Experience? What do you take me for? A rotten thief? Well, you did kind of steal one of the most valuable pieces of art the art gallery had to offer. 'Twas a jest, lad. Were it up to me, I would be doing some, what be call it again? Reconnaissance? Reconnaissance? Reconnaissance. Reconnaissance? Sometimes you look at a word and you're like, I don't know. I say the word and I know the word, but I haven't actually read the word. Aye, that. Found out what his next target would be and getting there before he does. And give him what he deserves. Thanks, Captain. Turns out there's more to you than just good looks and a criminal record after all. You got quite the mouth on you, eh? I could put it on you instead, if you prefer that, back at my place. I'll go pick up the tab, laddie. Wait for me. Now, is this going to show a porn scene, or is this going to be like... It's suggested. Drifting. I'm drifting on an endless blue expanse, far above the ground. My view bobs up and down slowly, if evenly. Thoughts come and go, never staying too long. I'm lost somewhere between dream and reality, my senses dull, save for pleasant soreness. Ah, so we're getting a POV. Exhausted, but content, I stretch my aching limbs and yawn. At some point, I open my eyes, but the blue expanse beneath me remains. I've seen this picture before, but I was like, okay, but how he be taking him unless the whale's a bottom? I mean, I guess there's frothing or something. Well, well, look who's waking up. I rub my eyes. The homogeneous whale just smiles at me. Humongous. Sorry, I can read words sometimes, not a lot. At least, I think he does. Can't quite tell from this angle. His head's really big. Which one are you talking about? The one up there, or...? Good morning to you, lad. Had a good night's rest? With what little of it we spent sleeping? Yeah, I guess. Damn. Ah, yes. I suppose I did keep you up longer than I intended. It's okay. You make a pretty good bed. I snuggle into him. He flexes the pack I'm using as a makeshift pillow. So hard, it makes my head bounce. Hey, cut that out. I'm still a little sore. Just a little, hey? Might I have gone too easy on you after all then, lad? You call that going easy, Captain? I got a full body workout. Meant to get ye back for the stunt you pulled with that fancy grappling hook of yours. But if you're still gabbing up a storm, why, well, I'll have to bring me own weapons of choice next we meet. See what really makes ye squeak like a ship's wheel. I do like the sound of that. Didn't hear you, lad. What did you just say? I mean, I like the sound of that, Captain. Har, that's more like it. Though, what happens when our boss finds out that we're sleeping with the boss of a criminal organization? Knew ye would, lad. Knew ye would. What kind of weapons are we talking about? Oh, a couple of ropes. Maybe a little something to shut that mouth of yours. Hell? Yes. Really? You should see the look on your face right now. Priceless. I should stay on my toes next time we fight if this man's got me figured out this well already. Jerk. He laughs. You know, I got a few things of my own we can... Then the door slams open. I jolt up from the large whaleman's chest, snatching the closest thing I can find of a small towel to cover our naked bodies with. Hey, Roomy! Hey, Roomy's friend. Max, you gotta start knocking. Jesus. Whoa, my bad. I'll come back later. He closes the door, but I hear his voice on the other side. Breakfast's on the table, dude, and I got something for you. Kind of in the middle of something here. Are we now? He squeezed my butt. I barely managed to contain a yelp. Oh, so just my mom got these tickets for this thing tonight. I thought maybe you and Lou might like to go. Noted. Oh, and some guy named Milo called. Was asking where you were. I tense up. What'd you tell him? Oh, just told him you were hanging out with a friend, and that you'd be over right away. He said he'd get you over there when you're ready. I hear him walk away. A sigh of relief comes out of me is audible. Glad I'm not getting fired for being late twice in a week. Also, geez, you got cobwebs up here. Also, when did you get this here? I'm just looking at his rooms like maybe a vodka bottle or some kind of soda. Apparently a Nintendo 64? A whale? Ahoy, Ickerding? His own drawing and some stuff. What time is it even? About 9, lad. I suppose it'd be about time to put on our bridges and bid our goodbyes for now. But first... He grabs me and turns me around with a single hand. Daddy? Before I can protest, I feel his lips against mine, though it takes some precision considering how big he is. Outside of combat, I don't think I mind the sheer size of him one bit. Or the size of his tongue, for that matter. Man, he could extreme French kiss you. I'm more than a little woozy by the time he pulls back. When for the road. I lean in again. Can you make that too? Reckon we got time for another round? I'll make time. Attaboy. But you got work, dude. I watch him get dressed. I'd share with him, but the shower's barely big enough for me as it is. I don't think I'd be able to handle Ahab. I don't think it be able to handle Ahab. It'd. I don't think any apartment in the city could handle him. Okay, I think that's a guy. He looks familiar. Is he from like... What is that one game called? Remember the Flowers? I don't know, he looks familiar, but I can't put him. None of these other guys look familiar, though. Kinda makes you wonder just how big the furniture and the floors at his place must be. That face. The thought of a car wash-sized bathtub amuses me. Well, I estimate this be its body. Though I wonder, do you think main character's son would become filled with, I mean, he is a whale. Camelot. He regrettably zips up his pants. Next time we meet out there, we shall be enemies once more. At least I know your soft spots now. And I yours. He gives my chest a poke that could easily bowl me over if he applied even the tiniest bit of force. I intend to give you no quarter all the time. Wait, tend to give you no quarter all the time. Not even after last night, huh? After last night, ye should be aware I ain't the type to just lie back and take it, laddie. Suits me. Just try and stay out of trouble until then, okay? Keep the thievery to a minimum, if you can. If you can promise me you'll go after Camus, it's a done deal. He leans down to give me one more peck on the lips before he turns around and walks out of my bedroom. Be seeing ya, me hearty. I hear the front door close a moment later. Can I come in, dude? Yeah. Max has seen me in my undies more times than I can count. Not too big a deal when there's not a big naked whale in my room. Oh, he's got 4 arms. Whoa, this place is a mess. What'd you guys do? Just played some games. A triple A kind or the triple X kind? That's none of your... I'm surprised you got anything done with all the earthquakes last night. I don't remember any earthquakes. Really, dude? The whole building was shaking. I kept hearing this awful screaming. Really harsh my vibe. Know what I mean? And it lasted for most of the night. I'm sure no one got hurt. I hope so, dude. Anyway, he wiggles a pair of tickets in front of my face. What are these for? There's a big fashion thing tonight. Everyone's going. And your mom isn't? Nah, she's shooting this perfume ad. I thought she was shooting an ad yesterday. One was for skinny jeans. Start back in fashion? When you're a butterfly, every pair of jeans is skinny jeans. Keep up. Not sure. Ahem. You want these? I'd love to go, but I kind of have this work thing today, and I'd probably just be at the hen for the anniversary. No big deal, Dougie dude. I'll see how much they sell for online. You can probably make some bank. Thanks all the same. I'll be ready in a few. Gotta freshen up. Put on some clothes. Alright. By the way, the guy who just left, I swear I saw him in the news somewhere. Really now? Funny that. Anyway, yeah, see you in a bit. I shut the door and clamped face first on the bed once more. The last day or so is still a blur to me, but after all is said and done, I think it could have been a lot worse, gone a lot worse. Never thought it end with me sleeping with one criminal, but hey, at least I learned a thing or two about our new target from Ahab. I'm sure Milo and Raoul can use that somehow. I close my eyes and sigh into my pillow. Before my bed lowers underneath me. Is it collapsing? Was Ahab that heavy? I rub the sleep out of my eyes. No, it's definitely not collapsing. It's freaking shrinking. Also, that is a long-ass bed. Into the floor. I hold on to my sheets for dear life. My bed turns until it's almost vertical, and both me and the sheets fall down into another angled surface. Another one of the slides. Why in my bedroom? Does that mean that either that was conveniently timed, B, they have surveillance in there, which is going to be one thing when I'm sleeping with the adversary. It takes a moment of hurling down at top speed before I meet my old friend, the Matt, in the computer room. Ugh. And my pelvis already wasn't doing so good after last night. Can you please start warning me before you do that? My phone thuds on the mat next to me. At least, I don't have to go home to pick that up anymore. Rao and Milo, for once, are silent. Earl's got his hands clasped over his mouth. Milo's just standing there, though I can hear his beak grinding from all the way over here. What's wrong? Earl tugs at his collar. His face is about as red as his tie. Well... I look down. Oh, right. I grab my sheets and pull them over me, avoiding any potential sticky places Ahab left. I mean, at least if that was the thing he was covered. It's your fault. I wasn't expecting my bed to turn into a theme park ride. You were late. We were wondering where you were. Clearly not getting ready for work. You were lucky this is not a 9-to-5 job. For your information, I was investigating the gown all night. I see. Must have been a difficult task to perform in undergarments. Would investigate a fancy shower and a change of clothes? That would be much appreciated. Yes. Or be appreciated. I feel much better after finally getting a chance to freshen up and brush my teeth. So, this is what rich people body wash smells like. Gotta say, I'm a fan. I'll just bike over from now on, if you don't mind. Apologies, Spot, but time is of the essence. We must crack case, after all. Any new discoveries? I was up all night looking at security footage, but I couldn't find the little devil anywhere. It was as though he went off the grid the moment he left the bar after the fight. I checked bus cards for fingerprints and looked into Target in government records, but it proved unsuccessful. Did you manage to discover anything in your, what do you call it, personal investigation? Just a little bit. I don't know if it'll help. Don't ask where I got the information from. Don't ask where I got the information from. Where did you get the information from? I might be able to get away with white lies when it comes to most of my friends, but the bird can smell bullshit from a mile away. His scrutinizing glare offers no escape. Remember how Rooij said he wished to ask Ahab some questions? Milo's eyes narrow so hard I could almost mistake them for being closed entirely. Well, while I was undercover, back at when this all started, he gave me his phone number. You didn't. Yeah, I called it, and told him to meet me. I know what happened. Fuck. You do? Yes. You're not being entirely forthcoming with truth, Duskhound. I'm not? You seem tired. You have developed a strange way of walking. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. You forcefully interrogated Ahab alone and forced him to tell you Camille's whereabouts. What were your methods? I'll have you know torture is illegal in Latvia. I did make him scream pretty loud, but I don't know if that counts. Out with it, what'd you learn? Well, long and short is that he specializes in stealing fashion and materials. Silks, leathers, and the like. The rarer, the better. Doesn't always go for stuff based on market value. He was also one to approach Ahab, not the other way around. How do you know we can trust Saltwater Syndicate leader on this? You seem pretty pissed at him, to be honest. Kept talking about breaking some code of honor. Ahab does fancy the code of his. Seeing as this is our only current lead at the moment, I'd say at least bears little investigating, wouldn't you say? That is true. It would help determine next course of action. I had a similar idea, so I texted Lou. I should hope you'll learn to listen about involving civilians by now, Duskhound. Listen, they already know who we are at this point, and to be honest, if anyone knows what this guy's next target could be, or how, even what happened to the gown, it's them. It's your best option. We were gonna talk to them anyway. My phone buzzes. He has a really good reception. He's like, what was it, 50, 100 meters underground? In a metal area, and still gets signal. Though, I guess this is like, what, technology from 10 years into the future or something? Oh, perfect timing. Ro and Milo shoot me a simultaneous look of expectation. Lou says they managed to dig up some dirt. So now's a good time as any to head over to the hen, and we can talk about our findings there. The hen? Is that how you say hen? I don't know. It seems like a fancy word, but I don't know. Hen would be H-E-N. Okay. The place I told you about last night, before I left, it's a bar. More than a bar, really. It's a second home. They actually have a big event going on today. They've been open for 25 years. Oh. He fidgets. Something wrong? No, I mean... Do you wish to say a piece, Master Brevard? Well, I do need to swing by the flower shop for... later. Family? Loved one? Relative? We'll have to see. But I suppose I could go, if it's for the good of the mission. Oh, right. Technically, Raoul Brevard's never been seen in public. Guess there might be some secret identity shenanigans going on. You can tell me it's wrong. I won't judge. I just don't deal well with crowds, is all. It's something I've had since I was little. It's all a bit overwhelming for me. Is that why you stay out of the public eye? It certainly plays a part. I like creating, inventing, building a bright future for the citizens of Schippersburg. I'm not one for meetings and long discussions about nothing particular with lots of different folks. I know that feeling. So, I leave it to spokespeople. I handle a considerable amount of Mr. Vival's corporate communications. Is there anything this bird can't do? You know, back when I worked for the company, some people thought he didn't exist at all. That's how I prefer things, in a way. What about the Dawn Hound? You seem to deal just fine with crowds when you're working. Dawn Hound is different. He's smart, strong, outgoing, brave. When I put on the mask, that's how I feel too. I think I felt something similar when I first saw myself in the costume yesterday. And when we thought we got the dress back from Ahab and his goons, that was a hell of a rush. You helped give me a bit of courage, that's for sure. I'd be happy to return the favor. I extend a hand to my boss. I don't know, Spot. Come on, it's for the good of the mission. Besides, you did promise Lou you'd bring them up to speed on my situation. This is true, and I do not break promises. Well, if we must. But that'll be for another time, because we're right about to hit that 30-minute mark. Oh, if this is going to be the thing that's going to first appear at the beginning of the next video, it's immediately going to get demonetized. I partially joke. There's this whole thing, and I'm not sure if it's 100%, but maybe not, towards like, hey, if it's anything dealing with LGBT or sexuality, it's going to be demonetized because, you know, YouTube. Them and all their stuff. And anyways, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So please comment, because I like comments, if you like, dislike, tips otherwise. Sorry, it's late. I want to give myself a couple of chips, even though I'm trying to lose weight. If you like my YouTube and like Secret, then please like, subscribe, and check out shit. Other videos to help grow, please remember to spay new animals to help control the pet population. Sorry. My throat's a lot better, but it's still just kind of like, eh. And if you want to play this game, it's available for free on issue. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, you can go to the Patreon. $3 a month. Yeah, $3 a month. I was just need to buy my lip. Just try not to say 54 a year. Anyways, until next time, another Let's Play. Yeah, me, GamerWolfSix of Glory Hounds. So thanks and see ya.